leaders. And it is you, our ABM students. Youth development is a process that really equips you with the skills necessary, the seminars of the ABM, and the experiences that you'll have throughout the school year will definitely help in the development of your social, your ethical, emotional, physical, and more importantly, your cognitive skills as individuals. Youth leadership is a component of youth development process that make you grow into two areas. The first area is the capacity to assess your own strengths and your weaknesses. We are not perfect. Nobody was and nobody will be. We have our strengths, but let us also embrace our weaknesses. But let us not dwell on our weaknesses alone by simply just letting go of the weaknesses that we have. Instead, we translate our weaknesses into strengths. That might be hard, that might be too far, not too soon, but still, you can translate your weaknesses into strengths. You need to set your personal goals as ABM students, your career goals as well, and eventually develop self-esteem, your motivation, and your abilities to becoming better citizens of the country. You know, at the end of becoming a student, an ABM student, or reaching your goal as a professional, our end goal was to become a building block in making this nation a good one. That is also the hope of the Our Lady of Fatima University. Thus, we are believing so much because of our compassionate quality education and value formation. We want to mold and shape individuals like you to help in building the Philippines, the better Philippines. It is believed that cultivating leadership among schools, among school children or school learners like you will definitely improve so many things, so many aspects in your life. It supports in developing your ability to analyze whatever you have right now, to embrace whatever you think you're not enough. You just embrace it. And to definitely become leaders on your own. Yes, in any organization, just like the ABM Council, not all of you can become officers. You can either be an officer or a member, but each has a leadership role to portray. It's not because I am just a member of ABM Council, I cannot be leading the organization. It's not the correct perception. Because members as you are, you have the roles to portray in the organization. Say for example, motivating your peers, your classmates in the organization, and leading by example. If the ABM Queen Mother will say that we will have an organization, we will have an activity, and you notice that one or two from the class would not have the appetite to join the activities of whatever reasons, then it is your call to motivate your peers to participate, because after all, you're part of the organization. Remember, our dear leaders in the making, whatever the ABM is doing, whatever the College of Business and Accountancy is doing, everything is for the betterment of you. We are doing this because we are equipping you to become better professionals in the future. Now let me just discuss some of the principles that you might want to acquire for my sharing, since according to my invitation, I have 10 minutes and I only have another 5 minutes. You know, it is very much important that as growing individuals, you always see potential leaders in you. You always look at your teachers as your role models. They are your role models. Your teachers in the ABM always exert their best efforts to deliver, to give you the quality education that you all deserve. You look at them. You look at your classmates who exhibit leadership skills, because simply by looking at them, you will learn not just one, not just two, but so many things. You develop when you care about your classmates. When you care about a friend or a peer in the classroom who feels alone, who feels uncooperative, and you make him cooperate at least. You develop opportunities. Whenever you're given the opportunity and you share it with your classmates, you're making them leaders themselves. And obviously, when the college or when the department provides opportunities for you, like webinars like this, that you can learn, grab that opportune time. Because you might not appreciate it now, but later on, you will find the essence of attending activities that are intended for you by the organization. When I was a student leader like you, would you like to hear the anecdote? Yes. Thank you. Of course, you have to say yes. It is a short anecdote about a young girl like you, or a young man like you, complaining so much about his or her life being a student. Like, there are so many activities in school. My teachers ask me to do this and do that. There are other subjects na pa-major, and some major subjects that super pa-major. And you are complaining all the adversities becoming a student and at the same time a leader. So this young lady was complaining to her mother. And the mother, without saying a word, just get 3 kettles, fill up the kettles with water, and allow the kettles to boil. And then she got the carrots, the eggs, and the coffee bean. The mother brought the daughter closer and asked her to feel the carrots. Then the daughter did and noted that they were soft after it was being presented to the boiling water. And then the mother said, "Can you get the egg?" And the daughter took the egg and break it. And after pulling off the shell, she observed the hard-boiled egg. Finally, she asked her to sip the coffee. And the daughter smiled and she tasted its rich aroma. The daughter then asked, "What's the point, mother, of making me feel the carrots, of making me break the egg, and of making me sip the coffee after you put all of them in the boiling water?" The mother explained, each of these objects had faced the same adversity, the boiling water. Like you, our ABM students, you might be facing the same problems, but each of the objects reacted differently. The carrot went in strong, hard, and unrelenting. However, after being subjected to boiling water, it softened and became weak. The egg had been fragile. Its thin outer shell had protected its liquid interior. But after being through the boiling water, its inside became hardened. The ground coffee beans were unique. However, after they were in the boiling water, they had changed the water. So the mother asked, "Which are you?" When adversity knocks on your door, how do you respond? So I'm asking the same questions to our ABM students. When faced with difficulties in your studies, how do you respond? Are you the one complaining? Are you the one embracing? Or are you the one that says or just simply shrugs off your shoulder? Then the daughters thought of, am I the carrot that seems strong, but with pain and adversity, do I wilt and become soft and lose my strength? Am I the egg that starts with a malleable heart, but changes with the heat? Did I have a fluid spirit, But after so many adversities like breakup, I know you can relate to that. A financial hardship, perhaps difficulty in paying your tuition fee, or some other trials like you don't have access to the net, you fail to submit your homework. Have you become hardened and stiff? Does my shell look the same? But on the inside, am I bitter and tough with stiff spirits and a hardened heart? Or am I like the coffee bean that actually changes the hot water, the very circumstance that brings the pain? When the water gets hot, it releases the fragrance and flavor. If you are like the bean, when things are their worst, you get better and change the situation around you. When the hours are the darkest and the trials are the greatest, do you elevate to another level? Now to our ABM students, how do you handle adversity? As leaders and budding leaders, are you a carrot? Are you an egg? Or are you a coffee bean? I'll leave you that question for you to ponder on. But wait, there's more. I don't want to end my speech without sharing with you the words from Mr. Nelson Mandela when he said, "Lead from the back and let others believe they are in front." A pleasant afternoon, everyone.
Thank you so much, Dean, for the beautiful spoken message. And thank you, Dean, for always taking the invites of our ABMP. And now, may I request our ABM coordinator, Sir John Christian Conejos, to introduce the ABM faculties.
Okay, so a pleasant afternoon. Now, I will introduce to you the faculty for the ABM. The first one, Mr. Chris Salimpuano, Ms. Benny Deon de Castro, Ms. Jenny Luis Mamayzon, Mr. Jonas Ogonel, Mr. Nestor Pauliano, Ms. Jonalyn Pascual, Mr. Brian Sabayo, Ms. Veronica Sandico, and the last one, Ms. Francesca Tequila. Okay, so please give them a round of applause.
Thank you, Sir Conejos, for introducing our ABM faculties. Before we proceed with the seminar, makinig muna tayo with some heartwarming music. Please allow me to introduce on stage JNP Duo. Let's give them a round of applause. So, habang hinihintay natin ang pag-aayos ng JNP Duo sa kanilang number,
Ano gagawin natin?
students, ABM students, parang gusto nating marinig ng sample or makarinig ng sample.
Guys, gusto nyo ba mag-sample yung mga faculty natin?
Parang may pinrepare kanina habang nagpa-practice kami ng dry run si Sir Nestor. ABM students, gusto nyo bang marinig si Sir Nestor na mag-sample? Paano ba yung partner?
Ano nga?
Gusto daw nila ng sample.
Seryoso ba yun? Seryoso?
Kahit konting ganda lang, Sir Nestor.
Nakapag-set up sila ganito kasi nga, maganda yung boses nila. Tapos ako, medyo hindi ko gagalingan.
Baka kasi makarbukan yung intermission
Kasi
natin.
ma'am, pag ginalingan ko, di bakit kumuha pa tayo ng performance?
So ano kakantahin mo, partner?
Siyempre, sino bang kamukha ko, ma'am? Justin Bieber. Pamatraumay muna.
Ano kakantahin mo kayo?
Love yourself. Malapit yung Valentine's, di ba?
Akapela na lang ba yan?
Of course, akapela lang, is set up yung muna. Ready na kayo? Seryoso kayo ha kasi.
Walang makatulog. Walang baka naman ng service ko.
Maybe I've been moving on, and I think you should be something I don't wanna hold back. Baby, you should know that my mama don't like you, she likes everyone. I never liked you, admit that I was wrong. And I've been so caught up in my job, didn't see what's going on, and now I know I'm better sleeping on my own. Cause if you like the way you look that much, oh baby, you should go and love yours. Apoy mga single!
Ay, maraming salamat, Sir Rizal, sa biglaang pag-alala. Thank you so much. Tuloy yung topic defense natin, ha? Sige, tuloy mo yan. Malapakan po natin ang JNT Duo.
Ano kasi ng test ko na eh. Ayan po. So again, good afternoon po sa ating lahat. So first of all, we'd like to thank our, of course, yung dean, ating program heads, yung coordinator for inviting us. So by the way, we are JNP Duo. So before kami mag-start, meron lang ako isang tanong. So sino dito may kapartner na this coming Tuesday? Mga nagtuloy dyan. Alright, yung mga nakaka-relate dyan. So itong first song namin, no? So this song is entitled Paraluman. So kung sino may mga paraluman dyan, pwede nyo matalunan. Alright? So pwede nyo kung sabihin. Sa langit. Hindi ko mawari ang talangin. Sadyang nakakapighanin. Di mapaliwanag ang nararamdaman. Namumukadkad ang aking ligaya Sa tuwing ika'y papalapit na, hawakan mo ang aking kamay.
Mga guys, pinurusok. Mga gunita na laking naisip, sumisilip ang hindi ng iwagan. Wanag na dulot mo na ikay sa puting mundo. Parang iba ako kapag ikaw nasa piling. Sumisilip ang buwan ng mga bituin na parang sumasalayan sa akin ng kalawatan. Ang lumukad ang aking ligaya sa tuwing ika'y papalapit na. Hawakan mo ang aking kamay. Mahalin kita hanggang sa walang hanggan.
Thank you po. Thank you po.
Thank you po, JNP.
Jabet and Paolo, diba? So, mamaya narinig kasi ako na isa pa. Mamaya maririnig po ulit natin ang kanta ng JNP Duo. Diba?
Kinabahan ako, akala ko ako na naman.
Gusto mo ba?
Now, moving along to the first part of our event, our guest speaker is currently the department chair at Village Montessori School and Colleges, a candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Business Administration, a National Service Exam passer in professional level, and also licensed financial consultant. Currently, she is the Graduate School Alumni Associate Secretary, and she was also the Graduate School Student Organization President, academic year 2017-2018. Everyone, please give a round of applause as we welcome our guest speaker, Miss Sherilyn A. Chavez.
Thank you so much, Francesca and Nestor. And hello, good afternoon to everyone. Alam nyo, it's really hard to start this talk because we are already entertained by JMP Duo. No? Parang ang hirap pantayan yung level yung energy na binigay nila dalawa sa inyong lahat. Alright? And I would like to, before this talk, of course, I would like to acknowledge, of course, the Dean of CBA and SHIM, Dr. Ignacio Cordova, Dr. Ramonito Salazar, the Campus Administrator of QC Campus, Program Head, College of Business, Dr. Elena Barantes, Dr. Joanna Marie Uy Santos, the Program Head of College of Accountancy, Ms. Sheila Maria Apostol, MBA, the SWAC Coordinator, and of course, my friend, Mr. John Christian Cones, MBA, the ABM Coordinator and Faculty. Thank you so much for inviting me, sir. And Ms. Demi Dayan de Castro, the Abmc Advisor, and Associate Dean, Mr. Crisanto Dai. I'm really also inspired by your inspirational message. And to all ABM teachers and students, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Alright, so, actually, I'm really happy to know the theme of this event, or this webinar or seminar. Alright? And it's about the next generation leadership together towards tomorrow. I'm really happy and I really got excited when I knew this theme because you are student leaders. Alright? So the audience that we have today are student leaders. Most of the people who are standing there, the student there, are already student leaders. And you are in becoming the masters of change, resilience, and inclusive leadership. I'm very happy when I heard the inspirational message of Doc Daing because he is already mentioning about inclusive leadership. Alright, so we will be knowing more about that, don't worry. My presentation is not that long because I want it to be short, but I wanted all of you to at least take it with you, no? When you leave this hall or when you leave this auditorium. Alright, so let's start. Yeah. So first, I would like to share to you the young leaders from the Philippines. Okay, I picked three. They're actually one of the top 5 young leaders from the Philippines from Tatler, Asia. Alright, so first is we have Mr. Roland Ross. He is the co-founder and CEO of Kumu. Are you familiar with Kumu? Yes. Oh, wow. Yes, because you know what? It is the live streaming and one of the fastest social media app for Gen Zs like you. Alright? So he's the co-founder of Kumu, and you know, he said to the entrepreneurs who would want to start venture startups here in the Philippines, sabi niya, there are 3 things that I would like to give to you. First is, you should be having this commitment when you start a business, no, here in the Philippines. And sabi niya, number 2, make sure that you save up at least 1 year and you have a support from your family and friends. And number 3, sabi niya, make sure that you are intentional and that you make use of technology to get ahead of your competitors. Ang galing, no? Because he knows that Philippines is one of the country that is really big in using social media. That's why he made the Kumu. Alright? So next is we have Ezra Akayan. He's a multi-awarded documentary photographer. Okay, he was awarded because he was taking so much very touching photos and shots of the victims during the war on drugs by the previous administration. And he has all the excitement, he has all the commitment, no, to to be there in that particular situation, dangerous situation, to take photos, no? Just to show the people the emotion that is in there in that particular situation. And we have, of course, you all very well know, the third one is Mr. Vico Soto. Okay, he is internationally awarded as Anti-Corruption Champion. No? So it was awarded by a U.S. Awarding body under the Biden administration, and they really noticed, no, that Vico Soto is one of the leaders that is really showing transparency. Alright, so now let's see, what are some of the characteristics that are common in these young leaders from the Philippines. Believe me, I believe that you are few steps away in becoming like them. Yes, just do not limit your potential. Don't limit what you can actually do. No, I will not be surprised, maybe 5, 10, or 15 years from now, we will be seeing you, we will be reading your names, that you are already, no, an influential person and a leader in this country. Alright? So all of them has this commitment. Okay? So they are committed in what they do. Number 2, they have integrity. No? As a young leader, they will do what is right even though nobody is looking at them. They have mental strength. Kailangan po natin yan, no? Kailangan na ng mga student leaders. Kailangan we have the mental strength to overcome adversities, and of course, they serve a purpose. No, there is a purpose in whatever that they wanted to push, and whatever the advocacy that they wanted to make happen. All right. So these are the 3 leaders, and I hope that somehow, diba, at some point of your lives, no, don't be afraid. It's really possible that you can be one of them someday. Alright, so this afternoon also, we'll go Harvard. Bakit Harvard? Because this material that I'll be sharing to you is a leadership ebook which I have downloaded from the Harvard Business School online. Alright? So it says there, leadership. Alright, so let me just open as well my guide. No? So, leadership, of course, according to Kirsten Lin, no, she's the founder of leadership development firm. Leadership is all about influencing people. You are all here right now because soon you will be embracing leadership. Okay? Sa ayaw at sa gusto or sa gusto ninyo, you will be starting to influence people, your colleagues, your classmates. No? And you are here now because, number 1, so can you do a thumbs up if you think you are that person? Thumbs down kapag hindi. Okay lang kung thumbs down ha, kasi maybe it's not yet time na hindi pa talaga kayo ganun. Eventually, you'll be as such. Okay? So, number 1, show me a thumbs up. You are a go-to person on a certain subject within your organization. Are you a go-to person? Yung may lalapit sa inyo, paano ba to? Okay, meron. Good. Okay lang kung hindi pa ha, it's fine. Number 2, someone who thinks creatively and frequently shares his or her ideas. Thumbs up? Ayan, si Sir John. Kung kilala ko lang kayong lahat, mami-mention ko. And number 3, you are an active listener and consensus builder. No? You try to say, it's okay. It's okay. What's your idea? What's yours? No? Pinakikinggan niyo lahat. Number 4, a colleague who's good at making everyone feel included and valued. Yan ba kayo? Yung walang maiiwan? Diba? That is inclusive leadership. Diba? Sama-sama tayo. Anong problema? Anong ang kulang? Yan. So, next, a person who's in the organization. Magaling, magsalita. Okay? So, whether you'll be using an English language or Tagalog as, diba? Then, that is fine. Okay? That's good. Now, so in leadership, there are 3 sabi ni Harvard, no? Vision more than a process. Pagka leadership ang pinag-usapan natin, it's more of vision kaysa sa process, no? Minsan sasabihin niyo, okay, what are we going to do? We have to be here, we have a meeting. 3 p.m. we have to be here. O dapat lahat na dito, dapat lahat naka-uniform, dapat lahat may ID. That's more of a process. But leaders, they are more on vision. Okay? So sabi dyan that with vision, no, the effective leadership is centered on vision to guide change. No? While others are very busy implementing the process, leaders develop what the goal should be and drive change. And be with your mind physically, mentally be there. Yan ang sasabihin ng leader. Okay? So, merong change. May vision. Okay? Number 2, it's aligning more than organizing. So, ang leader innovates. No? If the manager maintains, or a particular officer or a member of the organization maintains, the leader develops. And when the manager focuses on systems and structure, the leader focuses on people. Napansin niyo sa aligning than organizing, kapag ka-leader ka, hindi ka masyadong structure. Kasi you are after the outcome, you are after the result. Okay? So no, the last one is that quality more than position. Yan, di ba? So iba't-iba sa atin ngayon, iba't-iba ang position of president and the VP. You don't mind the position. It's the quality of your service. How are you doing? How are you serving? Okay? So yan. So yan ang leader. We don't put in our minds the position that we have better. Yeah. See, diba? Your classmates or colleagues saw something in you. That's why they have elected you, and that's why you are there. You are here right now. Alright? So next. Ayan. Okay? Run through lang natin itong essential leadership skill. Because I want everyone to be reminded, no? What are the skills na dapat baon-baon ko after ko mag-oath taking today? Diba? So, number 1, emotional intelligence. High level of EQ or emotional quotient. Okay lang yun because yan po ay nahuhone naman, no? Na-i-improve. No? So, emotional intelligence, it says there, okay, so that it's the ability to understand and manage your emotions. If something is wrong in the situation, may ino-organize kayong event. No? Like here, kanina, di ba? As I entered the auditorium, I really saw the warm connection and relationship of the organizers. Congratulations po pala. Ang galing. Diba? I already felt at home. Leaders that they have the ability to manage their emotional event. Okay? Emotional intelligence. Another thing. How would you react pag merong hindi naging maganda nangyari sa pinaplano nyo or sa organization niyo? Magwawala ba kayo? A. B. Pagagalitan nyo. C. Sisisihin nyo. D. Magsusumbong kayo. E. Magre-resign kayo sa posisyon niyo. Okay? Para lahat negative. So with emotional intelligence, we can handle the situation well. Alright? So next, to an organization longevity and success. No? So kailangan ma-engage ninyo yung mga members at mga colleagues ninyo in this particular organization to bring them, to include them, no? To make them feel that they belong. Alright? Kaya nga, inclusive leadership. Okay, next, negotiation. Meron po ba mga negotiation sa organization like this? Meron, di ba? Kasi if you have, you would want to invite a sponsor to sponsor your event, of course, negotiation would be there. If there are any misunderstanding among the members of the council, of course, you negotiate and at least, di ba, meet halfway to be understood para maayos ninyo. So, negotiation also is one essential leadership skill. No? Lagi niyong ihain ang agenda ninyo. Huwag niyong itago. Be transparent. Okay? Para you would win the negotiation. The number 4 is decision making. This is very, very important, critical. Sa bata pa lang, dapat na-develop na ang very good level of decision-making skill. Kasi hanggang pagtanda, dala-dala na niya. How about you? How do you actually decide? Feeling niyo ba yung decisions niyo always fail? Or feeling niyo yung decision niyo mukhang okay naman? Saan side kayo? Doing good or not so? Ayan, meron not so. Thank you for being honest. O, meron isa, thumbs up. Tama ba? Medyo ganito siya. Not so. You know, that's fine. As long as we learn from that decision. No? Tsaka, huwag na natin ulitin. Baka mamaya, hindi na nga naging tama. Nakita na natin yung mali. Natuto na tayo, pero umulit-ulit. Okay? So, decision making is very, very important. Kasi dyan minsan nagsisimula ang gulo or yung success. Continuous success. Alright? So, next is, the last one is organizational change management. Pag narinig ng iba yung change, they are uncomfortable. I don't like change. But what do we have now? This is change. This is one of the best change now because you are the pioneer. This is a good change. Diba? Not all change is, actually, there's change in organizations because it has to be for the betterment of that particular organization. Of course, as a leader, i-encourage natin ng iba na hindi masama ang change. Let's give it a try. Because for sure, change is there because the management, diba, would want to do or to have a very good result in the end. Okay, so yan yung role nyo, diba? Yan. Next. Ayan. So ito naman, sorry, medyo madilim, but I'll be the one to actually read you those. No, I would guide you on those kasi medyo madilim. So these are the skills naman that would drive influence in your org culture and change. No, kasi sa 21st century leadership, iba na. Ibang-iba na siya as that of leadership during the past generation. Ang leadership na kasi ngayon, since we're talking about next generation, ang leadership ngayon is about building relationships and serving others. Yan na po ang 21st generation leadership. Let's remember that. No? Most of the companies today, the management, they are now putting up like leadership programs from bottom to up. Not top, bottom, or up, bottom. Hindi na ganon ngayon, no? Ngayon, it's like, instead of like giving, telling you to do things, do this and do that. These days, most of the multinational or international companies, they are like collaborative. No? What works for you? Diba? How would you push work-life balance? Diba? How would you have a peace of mind while you work? Ganun na po ngayon, no? That's the next generation leadership. That's the 21st century leadership. And these are the skills, no? Let us all remember this, ha? Or kung di natin lahat matandaan, some, get 1 or 2 among this na sa tingin nyo talagang kailangan kong i-push. Okay? So these are the skills that drive influence in organizational culture and change. These are from the Guthrie and Jensen It's the leading management training and consulting company in the Philippines and one of the largest in Southeast Asia. And then it says number one, accountability. Alright? You have to be accountable. It's not like pointing fingers. I did this. I admit it. I did a wrong. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. Can I make it up? Or how do I correct it? That's a true leader. Okay? May accountability. Huwag tayong manisi. Especially if we know that we are really the one who did that. Diba? Number two, responding to feedback. Okay? When somebody gives us a feedback, it is just right that we acknowledge it. We take it as a constructive criticism. Alright? So, hindi siya yung, ano naman ito, parang gusulatan ito, perfect lahat. No? Let's take feedback constructively. If it's not so good, feedback about us or about the event or about what we did, take a look at it, review, baka there's a point. Okay? Number three, facilitates communication. So, you encourage your colleagues or your classmates to share responsibilities and accountability in certain tasks. Let others talk. No? Hindi lang puro tayo, hindi lang puro yung leader. Siya magta-talk, siya magde-decide, hayaan natin siya. Diba? Inclusive leadership says that we facilitate communication. We let others talk and share their ideas. Get it? Acknowledge it. Alright? And number four, it says there, desire to grow. Diba? For sure na-discuss nyo na sa class ninyo yung growth mindset and fixed mindset. Tama? Na-discuss nyo na ba yung difference ng growth and fixed mindset? Hindi pa? Okay, it's fine. No? So it just simply says that we all strive to okay? Pag may growth mindset ka, if natalo ka, you smile, you congratulate the winner. Pag may growth mindset ka, di ba? There's a sportsmanship. Pag growth mindset ka, pag may growth mindset ka, you make everyone feel that they belong. Alam niyo ba na nakukuha natin ang trust ng tao? See that what I see is what I get. What I see from her or from him is really who or she is. No? Let's be transparent as a leader. If we have weakness, sabi nga ni Dean kanina, if we have weakness, let's acknowledge it. Let's tell it. Like for example, for me, no, I'm in the business department. I'm not so much in education, and there are concerns as a department chair about education. I asked help, no, from my colleagues. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar in edu department. Would you help me? How is this? Diba? I asked help, no. So that's it. We be transparent so that mas magiging maayos yung resulta. Number 6, effective delegation. Hindi porket student leader na tayo, ito yung position natin, tayo na lahat gagawa. Okay? An effective leader, it delegates work. Diba? Like for example, the organizers of this event, no? They delegate work, kaya naging next is that breaking down hierarchical boundaries. Ibig sabihin, sinabi dyan that we should never be like, I'm the president. You have to talk to me first. Or you have to talk to the VP first. Break the hierarchical boundaries. If there's concern, right there and then, sige, address natin. But let's inform also, no, the person or the officer concerned. Huwag natin i-bypass. Huwag naman ganon. No? Let's talk it, let's have a seat, and let's do it. No? So that is, again, inclusive leadership. What else Number 8, firm. We have to be firm with the decisions that we do. We think it over, and then we really, what do you call that? We really decipher, we really like reflect. No? Would this be the best decision that will be done or that must be done? And then, ready to serve. Diba? Parang minsan naririnig natin sa Jollibee, ready to serve, or saan ba yan? Sa mga fast food, ano. Sa SM, oo, tama. Diba? We're here, ready to serve, tapos minsan may palakpak pa. Yan. But that's true. Diba? As I've mentioned, the next generation leaders build relationships and always are ready to serve. And the last one is open to change. Nabanggit ko na rin naman yan kanina. Let's embrace change, most especially if we know it's something for the better. Alright? Let's help others, especially when fear. Diba? Yeah. So, all of that drive, all of these, no? If you master all of these, it will drive influence in organizational culture and change. Okay? So, mas magkakaroon ng unity. No? Yung organization ninyo, yung council ninyo, kasama niyo yung mga classmates ninyo. Alright? So, it says there, according to statistics, there are 10% natural leaders. This was again mentioned by Dean kanina. Mentioned niya kanina, there are leaders that are born, diba? There are natural leaders, and there are also leaders na actually 20%, according to statistics. 20% yung mga may potential leaders, no? Kailangan lang nilang i-hone yung kanilang mga leadership, other leadership skills. But 10% are natural leaders. It's okay if you don't belong yet, or if you don't belong in the not being like a natural leader. That's fine. But we start small, and then eventually we are like the trusted leaders of this nation. Okay? And it says there, inclusivity means not just we're allowed to be there. I've always said smart teams will do amazing things, but truly diverse teams will do impossible things. Let's acknowledge diversity. Lahat tayo nandito ngayon not because we are just here, but we are all here because we are have shared their time to watch us because, diba? Eventually, they would need to feel that they're also valued. Kaya ang swerte ninyo kasi with this oath-taking and entertainment para sa inyo ng organizers, ng inyong advisor, ng inyong coordinator. We're very fortunate to have this kind of event. Okay, that is actually a point when everyone is included, everyone wins. That's according to Jesse Jackson. Alright, so thank you so much. I hope that when you have an oath-taking later, gumagalaw din sila. Tapos na si Mom Chavez. When you have an oath-taking later, you seal it with, this thing in your heart and in your mind that I am elected as a leader because they are expecting something from me.
Mr. Chavez, for your fruitful talk, and thank you for sharing your knowledge and experiences. It will be the best time for us to ask our guest speaker.
And for our online participants, you may put your questions in the Q&A tab of our Google Meet.
Meron ba ang mga students na may question?
Sorry ma'am, Miss Chavez.
Oh, Ma'am Chavez.
Lord, thank you for...
Good afternoon, ma'am. Everything has its advantage and disadvantages. Being a leader, how does it affect you as a whole?
thank you for that question. First, but that's really a sensible question. What is the disadvantage being a leader? Actually, it occupies your time. It eats your time. Because being a leader, you have roles, you have responsibilities, and that actually, nagkakapatong-patong na. But of course, being a leader, of course, time management is there, and your heart is there to serve. So kahit anong mangyari, ipupush mo yung kailangan mong gawin.
May meron mo pong question. Is there any suggestion po for, kasi po yung ba, syempre po, takot tumayo as a leader. And meron po ba kayo isa-suggest para po mawala po yung fear nila bilang maging leader?
Okay. Actually, it start with self-awareness. For us to be an effective leader, dapat self-aware tayo of who we are. Ay, this is my weakness. This is my strength. I would start from there. Kaya sabi nga, be transparent. If you have weakness, share it to your colleague. Teka, medyo hindi ako sanay dito. Pwede mo ba akong tulungan? Talk to mentors, talk to coaches, talk to the professors you're comfortable with. You talk to them. No? Makakatulong yun. And just be honest. And then you really go along. Thank you. Thank you.
For further questions po, sige you may go in front.
Good afternoon po. I'm one of the Abmc, and my question is, how do you manage knowing that leader is a hard thing to do? What do you think the best thing to do whenever in mind crisis?
Sorry, mind crisis? You're saying mind crisis? Okay. Like for example, I have some other things to think about, and then, okay. Actually, that's really a struggle, to be honest, no? Especially like for example, I am a department chair, and I have things in my family. I have different social roles, di ba? Iba-ibang social roles natin. Boyfriend, kapatid, anak, tita, pinsan. Ano pa ba? Di ba? Ang daming social roles. So, tapos leader pa tayo, may position tayo. So I think the best thing there is we should really know how to set aside and separate the two. Hindi natin pwedeng dalhin yung nasa bahay problema mo, dinala mo sa pagiging leader mo. Bad trip ka na kasi na bad trip ka sa bahay. Hinga, inhale, exhale. Teka, I am now, the cat that is on now is that I am the VP. Okay. I would have a mind and focus as a VP. Not as a mother, not as an ate, or not whatever. Okay, separate it. And of course, pray. Kasi pag mahirap na talaga, we pray, we get peace of mind. Mag-shut off muna kayo ng ng feed. Kala nyo, walang music yan, but it's very loud. Especially when you're scrolling up on the feed of your Facebook. Ang ingay niyan kahit nagbabasa lang kayo. So set it aside, have a peace of mind, reflect, pray, you'll get over it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Sa mga grade 11 students po natin, meron kayong question. Guys, you can go in front to ask question. Okay, Naya. Grade 11 students, go!
Iba talaga mga front seaters, no? Tama kaya tayo sa dulo ng tanong.
Good afternoon po ma'am. First of all, I want to commend you po for being a leader and you admire us so much po ma'am. So, I'm also a president of the class and I'm also struggling minsan po sa pag-leader. For you po, gusto ko pong malaman ano po yung pinaka-important skill as a leader na pwede niyo pong i-share po sa amin as a young leader.
Okay, ang ganda ng question. Na-share ko kanina yung essential leadership skill. Ano yung isang naaalala mo dun sa lima? Ano yung siya talaga? Bigyan mo na ako isa.
Ano po, for me po yung pagiging transparent and yung pagiging ikaw mismo. Dapat being a leader, ipakita mo po sa mga nililip mo kung ano ka po para magkaroon po ng good connection.
Yeah. Her question, her answer. sa decision making. As president of the class, you would always decide somehow. You would, diba? You would have to decide and make decisions. Nasa call mo, it's on your call. Diba? And when that happens, of course, get the consensus. Be a consensus builder. Make sure that the decision that you do benefits the majority and not of any personal interest or advancement.
Thank you po.
Thank you.
Sige, maybe last one sa ating mga grade 11 students. Last question po on your side. Go guys, go! Ano na? Naya sila ano na. Okay. Ayan. So kung wala na pong question, ma'am, sorry, can you please remain on stage, ma'am?
Thank you very much, Ms. Cherlyn Chavez. As a token of our appreciation to our guest speaker for her time and her valuable contribution, we request again on stage our ABM coordinator, Ms. John Christian Conejo.
During the ABM General Assembly with the team Abmc New Generation Leaders together towards tomorrow. Given this 11th of February 2023 at Our Lady of Fatima University, Quezon City Campus. Signed by Ms. Demidean De Castro, ABMC Advisor, and yours truly, John Christian M. Conejos, the ABM Coordinator, Dr. Elna Barantes, the Program Head of Business, Dr. Joanna Marie Uy Santos, Program Head of Accountancy.
Okay. Before tayo mag-proceed with our second part ng event, ready na ba kayong marinig ulit ang JNP Duo? Ready na ba kayong piligin ulit? Sa kanilang kanta? Okay? Pero before ulit pumunta sa stage ang JNP Duo, pwede ba kaming? Hindi po pwede
Si Ma'am Cheska naman daw.
Gusto nyo kumulog sa labas?
Okay guys, ganito naman po, no? So bibigyan po namin kayo ng chance to shine.
Kayo naman.
So one of our students po is bibigyan po ng chance na mag-share po na kayong talent dito po sa stage. Go! One representative po.
Sinong gusto mag-volunteer? Mag-volunteer. Si Francesca? Isip. Meron? Si Dita yun, si Dita. Duet ba ito?
Pwede mag-duet.
Mag-duet.
Pwede, magaling ka sa up-numbers.
Ay, parang kakanta ulit, partner.
Partner, iba naman. Sige na,
Francesca, isip. Sino?
si Isip na daw si Isip.
Ako palagang ako ngayon.
Si Isip mo na.
Kaya. How about sa grade 11?
Okay, palakpakan natin muna si Isip po yung ating ABMC officer.
Palakpakan naman natin si Francesca Isip. Ayan, ng ABM.
O, dahil kayo nag-request ako dito, anong kanta? Anong kanta? Dadalhin kita sa aming bahay.
Maraming salamat, Team Francesca Isip. And now, let's welcome on stage. Palakpakan naman natin si Noreen ng Alien 11-7.
Di ka bibitawan, wala na akong mahihiling pa. Ikaw at ikaw, ikaw at ikaw, ikaw at ikaw.
Maraming salamat, Noreen. Okay, let's now.
Lahat ng in love, lahat this song, last song na nakakantahin namin it is all about isang tao na umaasa pa rin siya sa second chances. So if you believe in second chances, sabayan mo kami.
Hanggang kailan
So, nasaan ka man? Sigaw ng puso ko'y ikaw hanggang ngayon. Kung sana lamang ay nakita mo ang lungkot sa iyong ngiti, isang umagang di ka nagbalik. Gumising ka na makita mo ang tamis ng sandali ng kahapon di ka babalik. Come on! Sino na? Hey! Hanggang sa dulo ng ating walang hanggan, hanggang ang puso'y wala nang nararamdaman. Kahit matapos ang magpakailanman, ako'y maghihintay sa ngalan ng pag-ibig. Hanggang kailan ako maghihintay na para bang walang iba sa piling mo? Nasaan ka man? Sigaw ng puso ko ay ang pangalan mo. Kung sana lamang ay nakita mo ang lungkot sa iyong ngiti, isang umagang di ka nabalik. Gumising ka at nang makita mo ang tamis ng sandali ng kahapon di ka babalik. Come on, sing it out. Hanggang sa dulo ng ating walang hanggan, hanggang ang puso'y wala nang nararamdaman. Kahit matapos ang magpakailanman, ako'y maghihintay sa ngalan ng pag-ibig. Hanggang kailan pa ba mating? Come on, Kira! Ngayon mo na sa kahit. Come on, Kira! Hanggang sa dulo ng ating walang hanggan, hanggang ang puso
Grabe naman yung kanta. Diba? Lakas baka second chance. Okay, maraming salamat, Genereal Duo, sa inyong emotional and very relatable na kanta. Relatable.
Moving forward to the second part of the event, may we request Ma'am Demi Dayan de Castro, our ABMC advisor, to come up on stage to lead and introduce the newly elected ABMC officers, followed by the oath-taking ceremony.
Hello, good afternoon again. Now, as your ABMC advisor, I am happily announce to you and tell you I'm pleased to introduce to you our elected ABMC officers. Start with our president. We have here Miss Angela Kyle D. Silveta. Please give her a round of applause. Our vice president for internal affairs, we have Miss Abigail D. Feliciano. For Alexander P. Guzman, our ABMC Secretary, Ms. Raven Ashley S. Aguma, our treasurer, Ms. Kathleen Janice M. Salamera, and our auditor, Ms. Kathleen Janice M. Salamera. ECM Treasurer, Francesca Marie S. ECM Treasurer, and Kathleen Janice M. Salamera as our auditor. Picture muna po. Parang decision. Ogo, picture daw. May on the... And now, please give them a round of applause. And may I request everyone inside of the auditorium to please stand up as we now do our oath-taking ceremony. Please raise your right hand as we do our oath-taking ceremony. Please repeat after me. I state your name. Have been elected as your position of your section. Of ABM Strand 2022-2023 of Our Lady of Fatima University.
Of ABM Strand 2022-2023 of Our Lady of Fatima University.
Do solemnly swear to fulfill my duties and obligation.
Do solemnly swear to fulfill my duties and obligations.
In my full capacity with integrity, honesty.
In my full capacity with integrity, honesty.
Sincerity, humility, and commitment as an officer.
Sincerity, humility, and commitment as an officer.
I shall promise to follow the Constitution and bylaws.
I shall promise to follow the Constitution and bylaws.
And abide by the rules and regulations of this university.
And abide by the rules and regulations of this university.
With this, I ask the help of God Almighty.
With this, I ask the help of God Almighty.
To grant me the grace.
To grant me the grace.
To strengthen and inspire me.
To strengthen and inspire me.
To be of further service of fellow Fatimanians.
To be of further service to my fellow Fatimanians.
And our alma mater.
And our alma mater.
So help me God.
So help me God.
And congratulations, you are now the officers of the ABMC. Give yourself a round of applause kasi ngayon, official na kayo, student leaders. Again,
Thank you so much, Ma'am Demi de Castro and ABMC officers. And once again, congratulations to everyone. You may take your seat and please stay on stage, Ms. Zulueta, as we now proceed with a short message from our ABMC President. Kindly give Ms. Angela Kyle Zulueta a round of applause.
ladies and gentlemen. So first, I would like to thank God for this prosperous day. And second, of course, our institution, Our Lady of Fatima University, for giving me this opportunity to speak in front of all of you. And I would also like to thank our ABM faculty, ABM Council, and of course all of you for attending this event. So, to be honest, this kind of responsibility makes me feel anxious because I have a little experience with this and I'm new with this generation. Having a responsibilities makes me feel pressured and I know I'm not the only one who feels pressured. Alam ko kayo rin, di ba, nararamdaman nyo rin ang mga pressure. Tao lang naman tayo, so alam ko nararamdaman nyo rin yun. So, it's normal to feel anxious sometimes, especially since you're only student individually and we're also part of our own homes. But as we gather here today, I want you to guys to remember that you are here, you are in this path for a reason. You are here because you are a leader, you are capable, and you can do it. Hindi tayo binoto ng mga klase natin dahil trip-trip lang nila. Binoto tayo ng mga klase natin dahil... Ayan. Binoto tayo ng mga klase natin since may nakikita silang potential dahil sa atin. At with that, sana lagi niyong isipin na hindi kayo mag-isa sa journey na ito. I want you to guys to remember that it's okay to feel unmotivated sometimes, but don't stop being a leader. Huwag kayong titigil and I highly encourage you to participate in our future events and make the school programs and event wonderful and fun in the near future. And that will be all. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Angela Kao. Zulweta. And ayan, nakakalungkot man. But to formally end this program, may I request the ABM coordinator, Mr. John Quezon Torrejos, and kindly give us a closing remarks. Please give him a round of applause. Sir JC.
Okay, so good afternoon, guys. I would like to say thank you first to our Dean Ignacio Cordova Jr. for always supporting our event, especially for the ABM students. And then also, I would like to congratulate Ma'am Deng Dayan de Castro for accepting this position as the advisor of the ABMC. And then of course, to our teachers for the ABM, please give them a round of applause. And then to our program heads, Doc El Nabarantes, and then Doc Juan Marie Luis Santos, for always supporting the event of the JBC, even for the senior high school for the ABM. So please give them a round of applause. I know guys, it is hard for us na simulan ulit yung ganitong mga activity. And then, as a leader, sabi nga natin, nasa atin na kung paano natin uhubugin yung ating sarili para at least maging magaling na modelo sa lahat ng mga estudyante na kinabibilangan natin. You guys, as a newly elected officers for your class, and then to our organization for the ABMC, I would like to congratulate you guys for being a good leader in our organization. Thank you again guys and have a nice day.
Maraming salamat,
Thank you,
Sir
Sir
JC.
JC.
Okay, once again, before we end this program,
You want more? You want more? Wow.
ganyan. Parang ano, before natin ulit, di ba bago nag-represent on stage sa JNP, meron tayong pinukuha mga gusto mag-sample. May isa akong ABM faculty na parang gustong mag-sample.
Sige po.
Okay.
Again guys, no, for the last time, please give us a round of applause, JNP.
Yan. So for our last song na talaga, no? So about pa rin siya sa pagiging hopya. Sino dito mga umaasang may mga kadit sa Tuesday? Okay? Huwag ka tumingin sa katabi mo, hindi yan yun. So hope you enjoy our last song before we end this event. Thank you for having us in ABMC organization. Love is mine. I want sa bawat saglit. Kapag naaalala mo, wala naman uuwi ka na ba? Mahirap ang mag-isa at sa gabi na hanap-hanap kita. Hanggang kailan ako maghihintay na makasama ka muli sa buhay ko puno ng paghihirap at tanging ikaw lang umapawi sa mga luhan naglalagay ng ibig sa mga labi. Di mapigilan mag-isip habang sa kawan mahulog ang loob mo sa iba. Muli sa buhay ko puno ng paghihirap at dahil ikaw lang ang pumapawi sa mga luhan naglalagay ng ibig sa mga labi. Uuwi ka na baby, siwag ka! Uuwi ka na baby, love it! Uuwi ka na baby, isa pa! Uuwi ka na baby, uuwi ka na baby, uuwi ka na baby, uuwi ka na baby.
Thank you so much, JNP.
Hello, ABM students. Okay. So, nag-enjoy ba ang ABM students? So, finally, dear ABM students, thank you for your participation in this event. We hope you learn a lot and enjoy the program. And we look forward to your participation in future seminars or forums and events.
Let's see that the AMC will bring us towards the future. And together, rise to the top. Thank you, everyone.
ABMC officers, nag-pledge na kayo. May meeting tayo. Sorry. May event tayo sa Feb 14. May event tayo sa Feb 15. Sunod-sunod na po guys.